Welcome back. Today we are going to work on a chase game where shark is going to eat the fish. Basically, they are going to touch each other. And when that happens, what will happen? Let's see. When I press space, the game starts. With arrow key, I can move the shark to this fish. And as soon it is touching the fish, it changes costume. It says a sound, and if you could notice, it is also the size of this shark is also increasing as it is touching the fish. So that's what we are going to do in this game. Now let's move on to our coding page. I already have added a backdrop with two fishes, and if you notice, the first backdrop has the blue sky. The same game has instructions and underwater game. Underwater game is the page which we'll be using to play the game. Now, first we'll create the reset button. You can make it on any sprite. So when flag is clicked, I want to have the backdrop of underwater. No, I want blue sky too because that is the game instruction page. And when I press space, I want to switch the backdrop to underwater too. But I don't want to show these sprites on the instruction page. So what we can do, we can simply again hide them and we can show them when the backdrop switches to this. The same we are going to code here, hide and show, and the events are when flag clicked, when space key is pressed. Uh, Sometimes you will notice if you just leave it like that, sometimes you will notice that both the fish are touching each other when the game starts. So you can give them a starting position. I want the fish to start at this point when the game starts, and I want the shark to also start at this point. So I'm using go to set their position on the stage. So every time the game will start, they will be at the same position. Now let's test it again. When I press space, both the fish are visible on the backdrop. Now, uh, let's work on the fish. Uh, the fish is actually appearing at a new position after certain amount of time. So, and it's happening all the time. So, whenever something happens all the time, we use forever. And we are saying go to a random position after every 2 seconds, let's say. So after every 2 seconds, it is going to go to a new position. Let's test it. Perfect. Now we are going to code the shark. So shark is actually moving with arrow keys. Shark can go up, down, left or right. We have discussed about the X and Y blocks. So to go right, we use X. To go up and down, we use Y. To move right or left, we use X. So I'll go to forever. And if right key is pressed, I want the shark to go maybe 5 steps, and then I'll duplicate it. And if left arrow is pressed, I want the shark to go minus. We have discussed it in previous videos, so you can check that if you want. And let's duplicate the entire block and make the code for up and down as well. For up, it's going to change y by 5, and for down also it is going to change the y by -5. Let us see if the shark is moving fine or not. Yep, perfect. Now we have to work on the sensing part. So when the shark touches fish, there are two things happening. One, if the shark touches fish, the fish has to go to a new place, and the shark size is also increasing. So we'll have to code this if sensing part on both the sprites. So I'm going to check if you can also code it in the in another block having a parallel coding. Let's do that. It will be simpler to understand. So I want it forever, all the time. If it is touching what? If the shark is touching the fish, then the size of shark should increase. So we'll go to set size or change size by, let's say, 5. And initially we'll have to set the size of shark to something. Let's say, let's start with 80. So initially the shark's size will be small, and as it is touching the fish, like eating the fish, its size is increasing by 5. And also when it is touching the fish, its costume is changing, so it appears as if it's actually eating. So see, if we change the costume, it appears as if it's eating. So we'll do that. We will put the block here because there are 3 costumes. So I'm adding costume 3 times. It has to repeat. What it has to do, it has to change costume. So whenever you use next costume, the command execute gets executed so fast that you will not notice the change in the costume. Always, whenever you use next costume, always use a wait block with it. I'm using a wait of 0.1 seconds, and I'm putting it here. So it will change the costume. It will wait for zero point 0.1 second, then change the costume again. Let us test if it is working or not. So when flag is clicked, when space is pressed, so the fish is doing it fine. The shark is giving me that action, but since the fish is not moving as soon the shark is touching the fish, it is going in that loop. So what we'll do, as soon the fish touches the shark, we are going to move the fish away from the shark. So we'll add that here. Uh, Again, we'll have to get a parallel coding because we have used a wait here. Otherwise, there will be a lag in the coding, in the game. So we are using forever when space is pressed. If it is touching the shark, then the fish should immediately go to a new position. And if you have noticed, it is also changing its costume. So there are 4 costumes to this fish. It is also changing the costume. So we can do that. As soon it is touching the shark, it is going to random position and the next costume is changed. Now let us see if the game is fine. The fish is too big for the shark, so we'll maybe resize the fish as well. Yeah, the game is fine. Um, So we'll set the size of the fish also to maybe 60%. Now the thing is, whatever I'm setting it in when flag is clicked, because I need all this setting to happen whenever my project restarts. I'm not adding it in space, right? So it's like setting a stage before a show begins. So that is why we have coded everything in when flag is clicked. Now this much is done. There's one more thing that we have not done, which is there was a bubble sound when the game started in the sample. So we can go to sound. It has this bubble sound, and we'll simply put it in when flag is clicked over here. Add in forever, and just add the block play sound, not ocean wave but bubbles. Now see. There's one more thing you can do. Here the shark is also going out of the stage. In case you don't want that to happen, we can simply add a block called if on edge bounce. So if on edge bounce, we will place in the forever block. So the shark can go to the edge at any point during the gameplay. So we want to put it in forever. Now let's test it once and see what happens. Perfect. So this is the chase game wherein one sprite is moving with arrow keys and the other sprite is going to a random position after a fixed interval. And if they touch each other, they one of the sprite goes to another position and the size of the shark is increasing. Also, if you want, you can also add some sound there, some biting sound or chomp sound, whatever you want, you can add that sound here. So wherever you have added the sensing part, so if touching fish, you can also add some sound here in case you want. But remember to use start sound rather than play, because play will play first play the entire sound, then it will change the size, so it would add a delay in your project. Now this is how you code your chase game.